City Community School District met with teachers in the district today to continue discussing wage increases for the 2024-25 school year. KJV's Connor Trett was at the meeting. He joined us live in studio this evening to break down the details. So Connor, what really developed out of today's meeting?
Well, Jess, to tell you about today's meeting, we have to go back to last week when the Sioux City Education Association and Education Support Personnel Association met with the district to discuss wage increases for the teachers and support personnel in the district. Now, the SCEA proposed a 6.5% increase in wage spending from last year. In this proposal, teachers on average would see an increase of about $3,000 to $6,000 more a year compared to their wages last year. And tonight, the district came back with their counteroffer. They came back offering 2.5% increase to their wage spending. In this offer, the teachers would see on average a $2,000 to $3,000 increase more than 2023. I talked to both sides of the discussion table tonight, and they felt confident that they'll be able to reach an agreement that satisfies everybody.
You know, when we have this discussion, we negotiate. It's not personal. It's a process that we have to go through, and we are on the same team. We're here to serve the students and the community of Sioux City.
At Wednesday night's meeting, the Sioux City Community School District offered counter proposals for wage increases for teachers and support staff.
We have to start somewhere, right? So that's our initial offer. Everybody understands and knows you don't always get everything you want in this process, but we'll come to an agreement.
That's part of the bargaining process, is to just find each other's bottom line and try and meet. So it's a win-win situation.
The two sides will meet again on March 25th for further talks, but they're both still waiting for Iowa legislature to finalize supplemental state aid for the coming year. And a measure in the legislature to raise teachers' base salaries could also affect negotiations.
It's going to be a challenge to continue to proceed without some of those numbers available. The timing of the legislation has really put us behind. We typically have met by a couple of times in closed session by now, so the legislature dragging its feet on a decision makes it difficult to proceed. So we're hoping that the legislative decisions will be made and then we can proceed to bargain in good faith.
On both supplemental state aid and on teachers' salaries bill, but both issues have yet to be considered by the state Senate.